Hello everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly open beading workshop to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. Today we are going to bead the Enigma motif. But before we would start, please let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me well. You should be able to watch and follow this video live on my Beading School, on the Beading School YouTube channel, and also on the Beading School Facebook page. Ariana says, I can see and hear you. And Patricia is here also. Hello, ladies. So good to see you both. And Lita is checking in, and Sherry, Antoinette, and Rachel also. Rachel says, hope everyone is doing well today. I hope so too. And Kim is also here. So while we are easing into the Sweet Margareta Beading School Academy theme, inspired by Spy Matahari, the first No One Has to Bead Alone workshop traditionally is a so-called retro No One Has to Bead Alone. Soon it will be 6 years, 6 colorful, incredible years since we have started to bead together every week. And there are so many cute little motifs that I think deserve more attention. On one hand, if you are a new beader with us, then maybe you were not with beading school back at that time when I showed you that motif for the first time. So it's nice to look back. Or maybe you were also here, so many of you. So many of you, when I think about it, that 6 years together feels wonderful. But indeed, if you have already been here, it also feels good to sometimes revisit the same topic and then to compare how your skills have evolved and how your color preferences or style preferences might have changed or not. So this is it, Enigma from like 5 or 6 years ago. And we always select the retro No One Has to Bead Alone topic in a way that you can already bead it from the new theme box, this time the Sweet Margareta. And this is Aniko's version, and I think it came out really cute. She even used the long elongated crystal connectors that were the gift to go with your Sweet Margareta theme box. In the meantime, I see even more ladies joining, and Lita says, I love Enigma in the original colors. The turquoise is so appealing. It just needs chicken shit cream. You're so right, Lita. I loved the original colors so much that actually this is one of those jewels that wandered into my own stash of jewelry after beading it. And Kim says, I can't believe I never got this pattern yet. Now I have it. Well, have lots of fun beading it, dear Kim and everyone. And I'm curious what you will all come up with. It was originally this cute little earring with a pendant drop at the bottom. Then Aniko made a statement piece out of it by joining it with the crystal connector, but it would also be great as a component for a bracelet. I would maybe use like smaller crystal connectors in between and then join the motifs by the corners. And Ariana says, I love to come back to older motifs or even learn them as a new one. And Kim says, it is amazing how different the two versions look. It makes it look like a completely different pattern. Indeed. And Jen says, I only joined last year, so I'm happy to see new old patterns. And the same goes for Hannah. And Lita says she's going to make a bracelet. Oh, I'm so curious, Lita. So if you haven't joined yet, then I would also like to invite you to join the Beading School Club, where you can also later show off your finished jewelry and of course ask questions. But I think everyone who is here with me, by the way, the combined number for now is nearly 50 from Facebook and YouTube already. So I think every name I see now, you are ladies club members already. Hannah's asking if are the screen black for anyone else than me. Please confirm, dear ladies, please let us know if you see the screen all right. And Joyce, so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. So you ladies can already download the PDF tutorial. Make sure to download it because it helps you a lot when you are following the video. And of course, you can save it to your computer, you can print it, whatever works for you. To download the tutorial, you need to visit noonehastobedalone.com or beadingschool.com and then find No One Has to Bead Alone in the main menu. And then you have two options waiting for you for 3 days after starting the workshop now. So you can either support the broadcast by clicking the pink button and checking out with the tutorial through the Bead shop, or for 3 days only, you can download the tutorial as a gift from me and Beading School to make sure that every beader all around the world has company. So please head over there, and while you ladies are downloading the tutorial, then I will tell you what kind of material you need. I have a little bit different illustrations today since it's a retro No One Has to Bead Alone, and back then I used a different program to join you. So I had to improvise a bit, but I hope everything will be fine. So, and in the meantime, also Lutka, Sarah, Molly, get well soon, joined us. So, for one motif, and then multiply the numbers, ladies, if you need more motifs for a pair of earrings, if you need more motifs for a bracelet, a necklace. So I'm telling you the number of beads per motif. This is what you need. Everything available, waiting for you in many, many, many different beautiful colors in the Beading School bead shop at beadingschool.com. Please, if you need something new to enlarge, enrich your stash, then consider placing an order with us. We would love making your beady wishes come true. beadingschool.com. So for one motif, you need 4 pieces of 3mm pressed round check glass beads. You will also need 4 pieces of 3mm Preciosa bicone beads. You will need 8 pieces of Miyuki half Tila beads. You will need a little bit of Miyuki seed beads, size 15, size 11 round ones, and Miyuki Delica size 11 in 2 different colors. Of course, you can also use one color only and unify the look more. That is completely up to you. What I like that I frame the center with a different color that pops more. I go back to the original. So you see there is one color of Delicas around the pearls in the middle, and that makes the middle part more defined. And then I used a neutral tone for the other parts. But I would also recommend to try sparkle it up, ladies. When we have 4 beads arranged like this, especially with seed beads in between, you know what you can do. And hi, Angelina. So, do you have an idea what to do when I say sparkle it up? And when I say there are the 4 seed beads just waiting for something. Okay, I will not meddle with my lamp in the meantime. I will wait until I switch to the hand camera. It's already so harsh. Bicons is an option to make like a little middle part from 4 pieces of 3mm bicons. But that's not what I was thinking about. But Sarah has a very good idea. How else can you sparkle it up, ladies? This is beading school. I can't say it's not a test, or is it? Sarah says also chatelaine setting. Ariana says add a sew-on rhinestone. Jessica also says sew-on probably. Loretta also have the same idea. Jen says I'm all about the sparkle. Linda says MOTIF. Indeed, ladies, consider using a sew-on rhinestone. So super easy to attach it to the middle. But now it's time to start beading. My fingers are itching. So I will show you. That means that I will show you the beautiful video of the Sweet Margarita Beadingschool Academy Theme box. We still have boxes. Go for it. It's a good one. And then see you after the video with my hand camera and the illustration. And please, again, kindly let me know if you will be able to hear me and see me again. Oh, so that became a little bit stressful. Sorry, ladies. I managed to make my lamp fall apart in the meantime. So I had a little bit of more arrangements to do than usually. And Carmen is asking, is that the box I will get with my subscription? Dear Carmen, if you have subscribed like now in January, then very probably, yes. And lovely ladies, I would like to kindly ask you, please let me know if you can hear me and if you can see my bead mat. And also, thanks Loretta. And also, now I kindly ask you, so let's focus on what we are doing, beading the Enigma motif. And if you have any other questions regarding boxes, orders, whatever comes to your mind, you have a green light, then please make a note of them so you don't forget, and ask them at the end of the video. Thank you so much, ladies. Also, Carmen, I need to know the date, and the best thing that you can do is please message info@beadingschool.com and the ladies will help you out. Thank you so much. So let's start with step 1. For the first step, I need 4 pieces of the 3mm round purse. It is a powdery color that I am using. I pick up all 4 of them right away. Powdery lilac, I think. Linda's asking. And after picking up all 4 round pearls, I bead through the 4 round pearls one more time. This joins them into a little circle or square, and I bead through the very first one for a 3rd time. And now I just realized that since this is such an old motif, then the illustration lacks the reinforcement, because back that time I was not yet always doing it, but since then I started to do it to create a sturdy base. So I really recommend reinforcing the thread path. And then in step 2, we will add Miyuki Delica seed beads in between the 3mm pearls. Lita is also using the same color. So exiting one of the pearls, I pick up a Miyuki Delica size 11, and then I bead through the next one. And this is how I bead all around. Ariana is asking if this is a design where she could also tie a knot. Yes, Ariana, this is one of those where you can tie a knot. I do not recommend tying a knot when we are creating a bezel. So the thread needs to still like adjust and slide into the beads. But in this case, please go ahead and tie a knot if you would like to. After adding the last one, I keep beading until exiting the second new Miyuki Delica again. And Corinne says that her box was soaked when she received it. I really hope that everything will be all right inside, dear Corinne. Please make sure to let me know. In step 3, I'm adding the Miyuki Delica beads in the second color. And somehow I was drawn to using purple and yellow together. So I will pick up 4 pieces of this mustard looking Miyuki Delica beads, and then I skip the pearl and I bead through the next Delica bead. sitting in between the pearls. And I do the same again and again. And Corinne says, I'm sure there is no damage to the content. That is such a relief. We always want to make you feel like you are celebrating when you open your box with the sparklies. And I'm always so sad to hear if something has happened during the journey. Unfortunately, every once in a while it happens, and I totally feel for you how it must feel when a package like that arrives. Luckily, in our experience, the packing of the content is usually so thorough, like always very thorough, but it means that usually the content is all right. Once a package even survived a fire of a FedEx truck and the New York floods. And it seems that Corinne's bad weather also. But if it happens, because it can happen that something is damaged, then ladies, please always get in touch with us at info@beadingschool.com, and we will make sure that you get what you were longing for. So now I have a cute little middle part, and this is where I would recommend adding a swan rhinestone. And since this is a very quick motif to bead, then I actually dare to add that little part. I have my swan rhinestones nicely prepared here in a little box, always next to me. So I dare to stop and differ from the original pattern a little bit, and I will show you now how to add the swan rhinestone, because maybe we have beaders watching here who are not experienced yet with this little trick, and it comes so useful. You can use this trick to sparkle up your motifs very often. So I selected 4mm Preciosa swan rhinestones. I will quickly measure if I need to add also an additional seed bead, and it seems that I need a size 15 seed bead. And I have a feeling that the quality could be better, so I will try to adjust it a little bit. Is it okay for you, ladies? The sharpness of the image, of the video? Somehow I am not happy with it today. Gemma also got hers yesterday. And thank you, Clarissa. So, to add a little bit of sparkle, I am exiting a Miyuki Delica bead that I added in between the pearls. If I have it closer, is it better, ladies? Linda and Malia also say that it's blurry. I will try to hold it closer to the camera. I think it helps. So exiting a Delica sitting in between the pearls, I pick up a size 15 seed bead, a 4mm Preciosa swan rhinestone, and another size 15 seed bead. And this is an additional part, so this does not figure in the tutorial. And thank you, ladies, for letting me know that it is better now. It will be a kind of a workout for me, but I will do my best so you can see it better. So with these 3 beads on my needle, I bead through the Delica that is opposite of the one that I was exiting before picking up the extra sparkle. I carefully adjust it, and then I bead back through everything. Size 15. Preziosa Suvan rhinestone. And size 15. Then I bead one more time through the Miyuki Delica that I was exiting originally before picking this up, and also through the pearl or the 4 Delica beads, it does not matter, and another Delica. Corinne, I'm so incredibly happy for you. So here I also need to add 2 size 15s, and after exiting the Delica, I pick up a size 15, I bead through the open hole of the Suvan rhinestone, then I pick up another another size 15, I bead through the Delica that is not yet attached to the Suvan rhinestone, exactly opposite of the one that I was exiting now. And then I bead back through size 15, Suvan rhinestone, size 15, and finish this part, the sparkly part, by beading through a Delica bead in the first color one more time. And I see Ariana, she says, another note, what's wrong with me today? Dear Ariana, how many coffees did you have today? It might affect your focus. It might affect how you handle the thread. But please, joke aside, please be super patient with yourself. It does happen sometimes. It's nice to take a slow, deep breath, maybe put it down for a few seconds, stand up, stretch, and then pick it up again. So, how many? But definitely nothing wrong with you today. And Belinda is happy for Corinne. So lovelies. How many of you are sparkling up your enigmas together with me? Let me know. And in the meantime, I will explain what's happening in step 4. In step 4, we will be adding a bit more seed beads. I will need some size 15 seed beads and some more Miyuki Delicas. Since I have already used this size 15 seed beads as a surprise, I did not expect myself to sparkle up the motif, then I will actually add another color. Hopefully I can find quickly something that matches. What kind of size 15s would you add, ladies? There will be a size 15 sitting here in between 2 and 2 Miyuki Delicas. And oh, I think the bronze would be a good idea. That's what I was aiming for when I reached for my Miyukis. So, starting out from the Delica in the first color, I bead through 2 Delica beads in the second color. Now I'm in between 2 pairs. I pick up a size 15 Miyuki round seed bead and I bead through the second pair. Now I'm at the place where I have the Delica bead sitting in between the pearls, and I want to add one more Delica here. After picking it up, I bead through 2 Delica beads in the second color. Again, a Miyuki round 15, and I bead through 2 Delica beads, a Miyuki Delica, and I bead through a pair. And this is how I bead all around. And I will want to continue until I will be exiting one of the new size 15 seed beads. Lita likes the idea of the bronze. She says it highlights the mustard. Thank you, Lita. Loretta will definitely add the sparkle. Malia too. Ariana confessed only 1 coffee. Jen says it's pretty with the sparkle in the middle. Well, I have a confession. I do trust Ariana that she had only 1 coffee, but I have a confession today. I went to my cafe very early. I woke up even earlier without an alarm than usual at 5 o'clock. I did some sports, and then I headed to my cafe, which they started to open an hour earlier than usual, now at 7, and I was about to meet my friends there. So I already had a coffee by the time they came, and then we had a coffee together. And then in the afternoon, I had to go back because there were some workers on the common balcony drilling the concrete. So there was no way to work from home. So I ended up having 2 more coffees, 4 altogether today, but only 2 caffeinated and 2 decaf. So it's fine. It's all fine. But I think this is one of the biggest number of coffees I have had in a while. But anyway, this is how it looks like at the moment. And ladies, another challenge came to my mind. I think it's super fun to go back to the retro No One Has to Be the Lawns, but also how fun it would be if we started to improvise at a point, that we start beading a motif, everyone together, and then we start to differ, and everyone can come up with something else and show it off in the club. And I think that would be very, very fun. And this is a very good base for that kind of exercise, I think. But anyway, I finished step 4 by exiting a size 15 seed bead that I have just added. And now it's time to add some half Tila beads, 8 of them precisely. So I'm exiting a size 15 and I pick up a half Tila. If you are a perfectionist beader, then please be mindful of the bumpy side of the half Tilas. You might want to make them face with the bumpy side to the front. And this actually just came to my mind, and this is while retro No One Has to Be the Ones are also super fun for me, because I already see so many little details. This is the 3rd detail where I would do something else than I did in the original pattern. The first one was doubling the thread path to make it sturdier. The second little detail that I added was this sparkly rhinestone, and now I have an idea to attach the half Tilas in a way that makes it sturdier. So, all ladies, everyone who is here with me watching No One Has to Be the One, you are in for a treat today. So I picked up the half Tila, and now instead of heading through the Miyuki Delica as it is on the picture, I bead in the opposite direction through a pair of Miyuki Delica size 11s. So the half tila will not only be attached to the round 15 and the Delica, but also to this pair, and that will make it sit nicer. So I beaded backwards through the pair of Delica beads. I bead through the new half tila one more time through the same hole, and also I bead now finally through the Miyuki Delica bead that is also on the picture. And this is how I will go all around, always now attaching my half tila also to the pair of Delica beads to make it sturdier. And Sharon, I'm glad that you found us. Susan likes the idea. And Ariana says, you are such a fun coffee addict. I woke up at 5 o'clock and still had just one coffee. Suddenly it sounds like a very good reason. Oh, you can totally justify drinking coffee by waking up at 5 a.m. It was actually super fun. I go to bed very early compared to like normal people. Okay, like not that early, but usually 9:30 I start brushing my teeth, and 15 minutes later I read a bit, and then at 10 o'clock I aim for switching off the lights. So then I wake up in time, and it's so incredibly nice to start the day in an energetic way. And when I was walking to the cafe at 7 something, then 7:15, then I already had a feeling like, wow, so many nice things have already happened. Oh, Tammy and Belinda likes the reinforcements. I'm very, very, very happy that you don't mind the improvisations. And Susan says, I have 2 cups every morning, but I'm up at 4:30 a.m. Susan, you beat me to it. Oh, and Clarissa says, I like waking up just to have alone time. And Kim says, I turn my light off at 9:30 a.m. and usually up by 4:30 to 5 a.m. Ladies, isn't it interesting that so many of us have the same or similar regime? And Clarissa, I totally get it that you need a little bit of alone time. In the past, when I was married, then it was also my alone time before we would have breakfast together. Of course, like we worked in separate jobs, but that would be my calm, undisturbed time. I woke up always also at 6 during the last years, and then just did some stretching, lit some candles, had a tea. And then if we start the day with an intention like this and give something like this little present, the time for us, the attention to us, then the whole day feels different, in my opinion. Susan says that she's woken up by her dogs. And Belinda says she hasn't had coffee yet. And Kim says that she also needs her quiet time in the morning, a quiet routine. And Jen says she's the opposite. She says, I'm a night owl. I love early morning, but it's hard for me to wake up. Corinne says, since I am retired, I'm just going to bed at 4:30. Okay, Corinne, but 4:30 a.m. or 4:30 p.m.? You made me curious. And ladies, after attaching the last half tila, you need to bead through a size 15, and that's where we are finishing this step. And this is how it should look like at the moment. And Maria says, we get in bed around 9 and usually just decompress and talk for about an hour. And then I'm still forced to get out of bed at 7. Thank goodness my fiance gets up earlier to wake the 3 boys. And that also sounds like a very nice bedtime routine, Malia. So nice to talk in the evening and finish the day together. And Corinne is waking up, is going to bed at 4:30 a.m. Lady, you shocked me. How is that possible? Linda wakes up at 7:45 and goes to sleep at midnight. So let's see what's happening in the next step. We are adding more sparkle. That's a part that I really, really appreciate. So, exiting that size 15, I pick up 3 pieces of Milky Delica size 11s in my actually first color, the neutral one. And then I bead through the outside hole of the nearest half Tila. Now I pick up a 3mm Preciosa bicone bead and I bead through the outside hole of the next half Tila. Again, 3 Milky Delica size 11s, beading through the size 15, 3 Milky Delica size 11s, beading through the outside hole of a half Tila. And then a Preciosa bicone bead in between the half Tilas. And this is how we bead all around. Corinne says PM would be before the chickens. Corinne, 4:30 p.m. is not more surprising for me than 4:30 a.m., believe me. And Loretta says, I'm also retired, so no set schedule for us except weekdays, up at 7 a.m., make breakfast and to take grandson to school. And that is also so cute. A year ago, actually the mornings, I was very strict with myself, always like pushing through, working out. No matter how tired I felt, I popped out of bed and went for it. But it felt kind of like a fighter mode. And then recently I recognized that I want to be more gentle with myself. And sometimes I actually skipped working out in the morning or overslept a little bit and then I did some sports later, maybe during the day. But what is interesting that once kind of my body got used to it, that everything is all right. You don't need to fight anymore. You can ease, you can do what's best for you. I started to wake up again at 6 a.m., but it feels different now to wake up. I don't necessarily pop out of bed. I take a bit of time to stretch, maybe I meditate, and I wake up comfortably and I start my workout comfortably. And I'm easing into a much more gentle mode than the fighter of the last year. which is funny because I'm mostly doing the same things now than my routine was, but with a different feel. And Corinne says, I love the silence of the night. Oh, and Linda says that she also made recently these earrings with mustard tilas. The mustard tilas are so good, right? And thank you, everyone. And indeed, Kim and Malia are right. Chicken shit goes with everything. But now let's see what's happening in step 7. We are going to add some size 11 round seed beads. I prepared some yellow ones, but chicken shit would actually fit so much better. Let me see if I can find. You know, we have those Picasso finish chicken shit size 11s, but I don't see them now. That's a bummer. But anyway, I will switch from my original plan to this Picasso white seed beads because I think it fits better. Don't shy away from changing your mind, ladies, if it feels right. So, starting out from a size 15 seed bead, I start by beading through 3 Milky Delicas, half Tila by cone half Tila, then I bead through 2 size 11 Milky Delicas. I pick up a size 11 seed bead and I bead only through 2 Milky Delicas, skipping Delica size 15 Delica. And then again, I bead through half Tila by cone half Tila. Oh, and thank you, Kim. I appreciate it that you explained to our newcomers, and I did not want to shock anyone, but it happens. I'm sorry about that. So now again, I'm at the position to add a size 11 seed bead here into the gap after beading through 2 Milky Delicas. Now I pick up a size 11 and then I just bead through the 2 last Milky Delicas. And the chicken shit, it's something like this, a little bit darker, I would say. What we traditionally call chicken shit. I found chicken shit, proper chicken shit. This is it, ladies. So again, I bead through half Tila by cone half Tila, and also 2 Delica beads. I add around 11. I skip Delica size 15 Delica, and I bead through 2 Delica beads. Arina says, I think others call it avocado. Yeah, it fits. We sometimes call it avocado, but yeah, avocado is not as funny. But Lita says browner than avocado a little bit. And Ariana says, I'm also more of a night owl, but since I got older, I cannot sleep so long anymore. I like to do then some household stuff and reward myself with a little cat nap. And that sounds great. Napping is underestimated. Even 15-20 minutes do a miracle after lunch. So I added all the size 11s And then let's see what's happening in step 8. So here I will create a little decoration. And this decoration, I'm bringing back the picture of the original one. This goes only on 2 sides of the motif, opposite of each other. And this is not a compulsory part. And I used this little extra square-shaped embellishment to attach the earring hook, and then at the bottom, the drop. So what we are doing here is that first we will bead to the next round 11 Miyuki seed bead, and then exiting the round 11 Miyuki seed bead, I pick up, and this I'm also doing it in a little bit different way than in the original. So I will pick up 4 pieces of Miyuki Delicas, and I bead through the round 11. And I repeat first the complete thread path through the 4 Miyuki Delicas. And I bead through the round 11. And now is the time when I will add size 15 seed beads in between the delicas. So I bead through a delica, I pick up a size 15, and then I bead through the next delica. Oh, and Sharon, I'm just reading your comment that what a weather you are awaiting in your area. Sharon says that any amount of snow or ice will paralyze traffic in the area. We will probably lose power, so the weathermen say, hope I will be able to do some beading through the storm. Dear Sharon, I hope that there will be as little trouble as possible, that you will be safe, and even if it happens that you lose power for a while, that it will come back quickly, and also that you can weather the storm, maybe with a little bit of beading indeed. And here, by the way, I'm back to the part where I have the round 11, and I will skip the round 11 now to make this little square into a little square. So this is how this little embellishment will look like. I need to bead to the size 15 that is opposite of the motif itself, and this is where I will hang the drop, the earring hook, or also I could use this little square to connect motifs to each other. And then another idea, I could attach a smaller suwan rhinestone, a 2.8 millimeter one, to this little square. So there would be a long line of rhinestones, 4 millimeter, 2.8, 4 millimeter again in the next motif, 2.8 in the connection. And that's how I would go for a full bracelet. And oh, I really hope someone will make it happen. And Lita is also facing some harsh weather, so Lita, also stay safe. Ariane went for the rhinestone in the meanwhile. Joyce already ran around to get supplies. And Kim and everyone, stay safe, ladies. So anyway, we beaded Enigma again together, and I really enjoyed, and thank you so much for sharing your morning routines, so your evening routines, the little discussion again about chicken shit versus avocado. And I would like to bring it to your attention that what kind of new beads are waiting for you in the Beading School bead shop. In the meantime, please let me know if you have any other questions now about anything that comes to your mind regarding boxes, orders, whatever is on your mind. So if you check out the what's new in the Beading School bead shop part, you can do that by scanning the QR code or by following these links. Then you will find there a bunch of new Preciosa fancy stones, tiny 6x8 mm fancy ovals set into metal claw settings. And we have them included in the Sweet Margareta box, and now they are available in all kinds of beautiful colors, both in silver and in gold colored settings. We also have new handmade, hand-painted cabochons waiting for you with a beautiful motif. And I will switch back now to my face camera. And sorry for making you dizzy. I should have put on the video. So, lovelies. Linda is asking, will the orders go out this week? Later, I keep every finger crossed. Like, a big part of the treasury is still sick. And at the moment, even Andrea is sick. So we have a little bit of backlog, even if we asked even like all colleagues from the past who still remembered how to pack orders to help us out. But indeed, we do have a bit of a backlog. So I apologize for the delay. We are doing our best to send out all the orders as soon as possible. Carmen asked about what Academy box will she receive. So Carmen, if you haven't received it yet, then it's most probably the Sweet Margareta. I was thinking about it in the meantime, that if you are waiting for it now, then it has to be the Sweet Margareta, what we are playing with nowadays. And Sharon says, I'm supposed to get a delivery today. And Irene says, stash to the rescue. So lovely ladies, do you have any other questions to me before I would say goodbye? I would like to say thank you for your enthusiasm and creativity today. It was really fun to bead together. And I would like to wish you a very nice rest of the week. Happy beading. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. I do not see questions popping up now, so I will say goodbye now. Thank you again, and see you in the Beading School Club. Bye-bye.